Hello and welcome to another episode of Rachel Rambles. I'm Rachel. That's stupid. Hello and welcome to another episode of Rachel Rambles. First of all, I'm not fired, and my birthday is on April 4th. I just wanted to clear that up because there has been a lot of stress. So don't worry, it was just a joke in the script. Speaking of my birthday and me being born, people have been asking a lot of questions about myself and like where I came from and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to start off by talking about myself. So I was born on April 4th in California, in LA, in Reseda is where I grew up-ish. And then when I was about in first grade, I moved to the central coast of California to a small town called Arroyo Grande. Spent most of my time doing was sports. I love sports. I played just about all of them for years and years and years. I started in second grade. I started with soccer. Then I played t-ball. And then I was on a boys baseball team when I was younger because they had this rule in the girls' baseball team that no matter how far you hit it, you could only run one base. And I was like, that's retarded. But then I quit baseball because baseball is boring. I played basketball. I stuck with volleyball the longest. That is my favorite sport to play ever. I love volleyball, indoor volleyball, beach volleyball, and I also played basketball for a really long time. I did track and field too, and I was a high jumper. Got hops. That sounds so stupid. I'm never gonna say that again. I had been on the varsity volleyball team the year before. My senior year, there's a school that has this great drama program, and I knew the teacher well, and she really, really wanted me to do it and do theater. And I don't really know exactly what happened, but I basically just stopped all sports in my life. 12 years, that's all I did, and I just dropped it, and I was like, yeah, I have to do theater, I have to act, because it's like, it's that thing that you find that not everybody gets to find that you were born to do, and like that sounds so cheesy because it is, but my life motto is, if it feels good or if you like it, do it, and if it feels wrong, then don't do it. And I think that's all there is to life, really. You usually know what the right choice is, but it's the outside influences that kind of veer people in the wrong direction. So screw them, just do whatever you want. And then there's this conservatory called PCPA, and it was really close to my hometown, and it is technically not a college. It was, I guess the best way to explain it, it was like grad school without going to school. I don't know how to explain it, but it was audition based, and I auditioned and I got in, and it was the best experience I've ever had in my life. And that's when I was introduced to real acting, like Shakespeare and Meisner, and started getting to know Uta Hagen and Stanislavski, and just I realized how much more there was to acting than anyone or I had ever imagined. So I get so many questions about like what I think about certain movies and like references to movies and comic books and things. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I don't watch a lot of movies, actually. I'm not the nerdiest of girls. I'm into sports and like acting and theater and music, but I haven't seen a lot of movies. Everyone asks what's my favorite movie. I don't really have one because, again, I haven't seen that many. I usually go with Lord of the Rings because I love Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna turn off my air conditioning because that's really loud. So I get really distracted. As for my opinion on the Hobbit movies, they're okay. They're not bad, they're not good. I mean, they would be considered awesome movies if it didn't have to come after the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is one of the best trilogies ever made, in my opinion. Argue with me if you want to, I don't care. It was like they were trying to make it a 3-hour movie where it really didn't need to be a 3-hour movie. I would rather sit through a 2-hour movie that was like just all good stuff that I didn't want to end than sit through a bunch of like good stuff and then there's some fluff and then I'm kind of, you know, the second that you are aware that you're watching a movie or that you're sitting in a movie theater, same goes for theater. The second you're aware of where you are and like how long it's been, it's not good. TV shows are really kicking the crap out of movies right now. So what I want to see, stick with me, is the Silmarillion as a TV series, like an HBO series. Not done by Peter Jackson. I want it done by somebody else completely. It would work because not very many people are familiar with the Silmarillion who are only familiar, you know, with the movies. So they would be like, oh, Lord of the Rings, whatever. But it would be just completely different. It would be a story nobody's heard about. That book is full of so many different stories, so many different characters, so many things going on. It would be awesome. It would be so good. And that's what I want to see. Like, and the Silmarillion matches the level of intensity, I guess you would say, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, as opposed to The Hobbit, which is just a little kid story that they're trying to make exciting. I love swords. That is, I don't like guns. Like any video games that I play, I don't play many, but I don't like shooting games. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm against guns and stuff, which we're not going to talk about that, but I'm just not good at it, and I don't like doing things that I'm not good at. But I like swords. So at Channel Awesome Studios, Jim has set up the wall of weapons. I posted some pictures on it. Follow me on Instagram, by the way, and I try to put some pictures, behind the scenes pictures and stuff like that on Instagram and Twitter. So, but anyways, I put up a picture of the wall and it was just like, the first day I walked in and it was set up like that, it was just like a wall of swords. I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. And when we filmed the episode, the Master in Disguise episode, which was the first time I actually was playing myself and not a character, that was really interesting to me. It was kind of fun. But I get weapons in like all 3 of those little scenes, and basically Doug was like, all right, go pick a weapon. I was like, this is so cool. I got really excited. So the sword was the sword that I chose. I'm very proud of it. It was a really cool sword. So hopefully you guys will be seeing a lot more of the collection coming up. And what I mean by that is hopefully I will get to play with more swords in the future. So I guess I pretty much said enough. I'm gonna try and get these videos out more. I say this every time, but I'm really gonna try to be more consistent because you guys rock, and thank you for subscribing to me. I shall reward you with videos. Unless you want something else, but awkward. Thank you for watching again. You guys are the coolest. You guys are so nice. Everyone's really says really nice comments. Makes my day. Everyone's like, are you coming to a con where I live? And I'm like, if I get invited, hell yeah, I'm down for a free vacation. Okay, so I don't know how that thing works, but you guys can write letters to people and be like, hey, this Rachel Teets, she's cool. You should give her a free trip to fill in the blank. So that's your job. That is your homework. Get me invited to cons, preferably like Hawaii, Europe maybe. So that's your job. I don't know why I'm holding this. Bye! You rock. Goodbye. Stay classy. I stole that one. Teets out. That's a good one. That's funny on many different levels.